Hey folks, welcome to our YouTube channel. Today's brand new video will be quite interesting and highly informative as we discuss the EV stocks and things you should keep in mind before you buy these stocks. If you're someone who's interested to learn more about things related to the EV market and stocks, this video is exactly for you. But before moving on to that, if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, make sure to do it and push the bell icon so that you're always updated with the latest content. So without any further ado, let's jump right into it. Before you can start buying EV stocks, it is vital for you to first understand what exactly EV stocks are. An electric vehicle stock basically is a company that designs, develops, or produces battery electric vehicles, battery chargers, hydrogen fuel cell vehicles, smart car technology, and battery charging stations. Although Tesla is probably the first electric vehicle manufacturer that comes to mind, there are numerous businesses active in the rapidly growing EV market. Cheaper fuel or no fuel, significantly lower emissions, a healthier planet, and clean air are the main advantages of electric vehicles. What to consider before you plan to buy EV stocks? Stocks in the EV category are not all created equal, just like any other industry. Different businesses will be at various stages of growth and development, resulting in various valuation metrics and vastly different returns. So exactly what should you be looking for when locating the sector's top stocks? Here are a few things to think about. Valuation. Whatever type of stock you're thinking about buying, valuation should always be a consideration. When you buy a stock, the term describes the actual value you receive for your money. Low valuations signify savings, while high valuations indicate that you'll get less for your money. The fair market value of a stock is calculated by investors using a variety of metrics. The price-to-earnings ratio, price-to-sales ratio, and the price-to-book value ratio are a few of the most popular. The average PE ratios for tech companies and conventional automakers are 42.44 and 7.68 respectively, while EV stocks are known for having extremely high valuations. You'll notice something very different when you look at Tesla, the market leader in electric vehicles. The stock's average PE ratio over the last 5 years has been around 918, with lows of 550.92 and highs of 1401.73. That's incredibly high, but analysts explain that the sky-high valuations are due to the expected rapid growth of these companies. After all, it only stands to reason that EV demand will increase significantly as consumers, businesses, and governments all over the world move towards sustainability. Nevertheless, be prepared to pay more to purchase EV stocks before their anticipated earnings boom. Profitability. Many EV-related businesses are still not profitable because the industry is still in its early stages. Currently, a significant amount of money is being spent on innovation, infrastructure development, and market consolidation, which has a significant negative impact on the profitability of many businesses operating in the sector. There are, however, a few businesses that have already generated profits and are anticipated to do so in the future. Investing in businesses that are already profitable lowers the likelihood of making a mistake with a bankrupt company. Financial stability. It takes a lot of money to establish a company that manufactures excellent EVs for the mass market. Before they ever make any profit, these businesses invest tens of millions of dollars in design, infrastructure, prototypes, and various other expenses. There are just a few profitable businesses in this relatively new industry that are producing free cash flow. It's critical to scrutinize a company's books to determine its financial stability before making an investment in one that is not yet profitable. Based on their cash burn rate, make sure the businesses you invest in have sufficient cash on hand to last at least the upcoming year. A public offering of new shares could happen if the company you invested in runs out of cash, which would lower the value of the shares you already own. Innovation. The EV market was created to address a need, and the amazing innovation occurring in the industry is doing exactly that. Better speed, longer battery life, and the inclusion of some of the best entertainment and driving experience technologies are all characteristics of these vehicles. When you are conducting research or are investigating a particular stock in this category, think about what makes the company unique from the perspective of innovation and how that innovation will further result in potential market dominance in the forthcoming time. The market for electric vehicles may prosper in the coming years as much of the world tries to reduce its reliance on oil. It's crucial to make sure you give EV stocks the same careful consideration you give to any stock from any other industry out there. The fact that many of these businesses are new to the industry or are making investments in cutting-edge technologies makes them deserving of closer examination. Investments in growing companies may be riskier, and while higher returns may result from successful businesses taking on more risk, this is not always the case. Even though the market has shown signs of increasing demand, this does not guarantee that every business will be profitable or wise investment. Investors believe that once air travel became popular, all stocks would be surefire winners. In essence, the majority of the airline industry operates on extremely thin margins and isn't particularly profitable. So look for EV stocks that have a solid financial foundation on which to grow, but also for stocks that have the potential to become more cost-effective or that could expand into industry sectors with higher levels of profitability. Advantages and disadvantages of investing in EV stocks. Everything out there has some advantages and some disadvantages. Investing in EV stocks is no exception. Let's first discuss what advantages you can get if you invest in these stocks. Advantages. Number 1. Help combat climate change. These businesses are actively trying to find solutions to climate change, a serious issue that affects us all. By making investments in these businesses, you can use your money to contribute to the solution of this global issue. Number 2, be a part of technological innovation. As human beings, it is quite natural for us to get attracted to scientific discoveries and new technologies. The EV market itself involves massive technological innovations, and by investing in this amazing industry, you can easily be a part of this technological innovation. Number 3, chance of having massive return on your investment. Due to the fact that EV is a new industry, you have the opportunity to invest early on. No doubt higher risk is associated with it, but if EV companies show to be on an upward growth trajectory, your investment may perform better and ultimately give you massive ROI. Disadvantages. Number 1, difficult to predict. It is incredibly unlikely to accurately predict which stocks will perform best. Companies that are growing typically carry a higher investment risk than those that have a history of profitability. They are probably spending more on growth and research even though they might not yet be seeing a return on their investment. Number 2, no sufficient information available. Many EV stocks belong to loss-making companies with an unconfirmed history of financial performance. In such scenarios, it becomes tough to make a decision on which EV stock to invest in. Number 3, extremely high valuations. Investments in emerging markets that are as promising as the EV market is in high demand. Investors who anticipate a significant shift often drive these stock prices to extreme levels. You'll typically pay a high price when purchasing shares of EV stocks compared to the true value of these businesses. Final verdict. There is no denying the fact that investing in EV stocks can be a really good option, but there are still many kinks to iron out in this sector, which is still in its infancy. It appears that most of the auto industry is switching to electric vehicles. Although some stocks will benefit greatly from this, many casualties are likely to be overlooked. So make sure you continue to thoroughly research EV stocks when you're looking for shares to invest in. Do not blindly invest in any company just because it supports the EV movement. Go slowly and don't be afraid to change course if you learn new information that alters the case for investing in a stock. Alright everyone, that's all for today. We hope you found this video to be informative and interesting. If you did, please make sure to hit that like button and share this video with your friends who are interested in information related to EV stocks. Also, please push the bell icon so you're always updated whenever we upload a new video. If you want us to cover some more amazing topics like these, you can let us know in the comment section below. Until next time, it's a goodbye from